Hello guys, welcome once again to another review, and this time it's gonna be about this baby boy I have here, and this is the Acoustic, the Fender Acoustic Pro, as you could see in the title. And I just wanted to make this video because I haven't seen any Fender Acoustic Pro reviews or overview from a gigging musician, or from a personal experience from a regular musician. There's a few videos, professional videos from Sweetwater, musicians friends and stuff, but even from Fender, but none from gigging musicians like myself. And this is an amp that I really wanted to get for a very long time, but they seems to be out of stock, out of production, or discontinued. I'm not sure about it, but I haven't been able to find a brand new amp anywhere. So I got this one used. And it's in a pretty good, decent shape. And I wanted to start the video off by showing the cover, because I never seen the cover anywhere on the videos. So here it comes with a cover. It's a nice cover. This is only just to protect it from light scratches and dust, but it's not like a bag to prevent any hard hit damage at all. But it's a nice cover that comes with it. And it has a side pocket here where you can put your AC cord as convenience. And yeah, here it is. Let's just take out the cover, just like this, and voila, you have this gorgeous amp. That we all know that is gorgeous, and I never seen any other acoustic guitar amp this beautiful. There's none. And there's one from Hughes and Kentner, and which is, you know, a wood cabinet. The Boss Singer Pro is wood cabinet, but none of them is as pretty as this one. And this part here, if you can see it, but this part here is rubber. Okay, it's not plastic, it's rubber. And on the bottom here, you have rubber as well, so it's not wood. So when you put it on the ground, you're not gonna damage it, and it's gonna be solid, firm on the ground, and it won't shakes. That's because there's rubber on the platform here. Okay. What else? One of the things that I wasn't sure about getting this amp, because I didn't have to test it out. I didn't have a store nearby that had it, so I could try it. So I had to rely on what the overviews and the reviews said, because I was between the Acoustic 200 or the Acoustic Pro. I was looking for a loud amp to play with my band, and I always liked Fender, and because I love so much the Mustang GT for my electric guitar, that I wanted to get a Fender acoustic guitar amp. And the options that I have for 200 watts was the Acoustic 200 or the Acoustic Pro. So I wasn't really sure which one was better, because by features it seems that what one has, the other doesn't. For example, I was very lean to get the Acoustic 200, because the Acoustic 200 is a modern, it's more modern, came out later than the Acoustic Pro, so it has, you know, more modern, up-to-date features like Bluetooth. This one doesn't have Bluetooth. It has a bunch of effects, which this one doesn't. And what else? Yeah, basically that. And the other thing is that it was smaller and lighter, and I always look for portability. So having the same watts but being smaller, so I was very keen to get that over the Acoustic Pro. But on the other way, the Acoustic Pro is a 12-inch speaker, where the Acoustic 200 is 2 8-inch speaker. So that changes the game drastically, because I'm looking for headroom. So if you have 2 8-inch speakers in a stereo 200 watts amp, that means you have 2 speakers outputting 100 watts, where in this one you have a solid state amp outputting 200 watts out of a single speaker, plus the speaker is 12-inch, so more low end. The other thing is that this product is a high-end product, so the crossovers, the frequency, the cabinet is more like a high-end product than the Acoustic 200. So as you can see, I was in between them. I didn't know what to expect, like, from each of them, because I couldn't try them. So what did I do? I got both. So I had to get both. I just got the Acoustic Pro first, and I'm expecting to get the Acoustic 200 later, and I'll do a review later on that, so check it out. And yeah, so far I try it, I tested, and it sound amazing. When I saw the reviews on Sweetwater, I think it was, there was a few complaints about this one. One of them being that it was noisy, that it has a lot of hiss when you put it very loud. I don't know if that was the first stock of them, and they fixed it later with the rest of them. But this one, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear any hiss, and I put it very loud. I put it on. I haven't tried it in a gig just yet, but I went to my backyard and just crank it, and I couldn't crank it all the way, because almost like 9 a.m. I put it, and it was too loud for me, too loud for the neighbors. So, and I just stopped there. So it's very loud, which is something that I was looking for my band, because I'm gonna be playing with drums and bass players and piano, and I need a loud amp. So yeah, also the EQ. I don't know if you can see it there, but the EQ is a 4-band EQ, where the Acoustic 200 is 3-band EQ. So, you know, what one doesn't have, the other has it. And just like I just wish all the features that are in the Acoustic 200 would be in this one, and it will be my dream come true, perfect acoustic amp. Yeah, so now I'm gonna show you the comparison of the 200 acoustic versus the 200 watts electric, so you can see the difference on size, if you haven't noticed it. Okay, here you have the equivalent of what would be the amp for electric guitar, Fender electric guitar, with 200 watts. So I'm having here the Mustang GT 200, And as you can see, the Acoustic Pro, it's way smaller. Of course, this cabinet has two 12-inch speaker, which this one has just one, but they're both 200 watts. Although this is a solid state 200 watts amp, and this one is a 200 stereo watts, which means it has two speakers projecting 100 watts each. As for the Acoustic Pro, has only one speaker outputting 200 watts, which in theory this one, it's louder. It's smaller but louder. Even though they both have the same watts, but the thing is that having two speaker outputting 100 watts each is not the same as one speaker outputting 200 watts. So the speaker in the Acoustic Pro receive more punishment than the ones on the Mustang GT, because 100 watts for a 12-inch speaker, it's nothing. It can handle it very easily. 200 watts as well, but when you crank it up and you put a lot of bass on your guitar, on your EQ, that 12-inch speaker gets a lot of heat. And but yeah, I just wanted to show you in comparison the different size. I will say, even though this one is smaller, it's heavier. I think it's because of the plywood here, but it's not that much of a difference on weight. But this one definitely, it's a little bit heavier. But yeah, it's a small amp for a 12-inch speaker, and very loud, very loud. And this time we're gonna try it with the microphone connected, directed to the Fender Acoustic Pro. Me despierto en el alba, soñando no sé qué. Desayuno con lluvia y te recuerdo en el café. Soñé tu figura lejos, esperando en los suburbios del olvido. Y me vi solo, zarpando en barcos de oro que llené con regalos para ti. Y luego vi que por celos el mar de mis tormentos se tragaba el barco de aquel loco que era yo. Y todo naufragó, qué lejos tú, qué lejos yo. Los escombros de mi vida se deslizan por la lluvia, recordando a Penélope. There you had it. So as you can see, this one it's more portable, and there's a couple of things that I'm not expecting Fender to see this, but if they do, a few things that I would like to have in this amp, or maybe in a different amp, because Fender is promoting and making more acoustic amps each year, is that because it's a 12-inch speaker, I think they can do more. I think they can do 100 watts more. They can do a 300 watts amp with the 12-inch speaker, and that way you can cover bigger venues without using the PA. So with 12-inch speaker, I think Fender can maneuver to give more power to this amp. I'm not saying it's not loud, it is very loud, but having a 12-inch speaker, 200 watts is minimum. The other things I would like, it's like if they add the Bluetooth feature. Also, they can add the effects, and by the effects I don't mean any kind of effects, but there's two effects that all musicians can agree that are vital, which are the reverb and the delay. And this one has reverb but no delay. So if they just add the delay, just one more, the delay, it will be perfect. We don't really need, vibratone or flanger or any of that. If you are a musician that use all that, you probably have all that in your pedal board. You can connect it. But out of the box, reverb and delay, that's the perfect combination. So if they add a reverb, a delay, it will be amazing. The other thing they can add, actually, the other thing they can fix is the tilt in here, the tilt back, because it seems that it's gonna break. Like every time that I use it, put it out and put it back in, it just sounds so awful. It's clack, clack, clack. And it doesn't seem to be sturdy. So if they fix that, like others that I've seen, but this is perfect. The angle is perfect, because the one that I seen in the Acoustic 200 is like way back. It's more like you tilt them more like for monitor than to project to the people. This one is like to project better the front of the house, but the one from Acoustic 200, I don't like it. I've seen the video, it's just too way back. Okay, so what else? Yeah, I think that's it. Just a couple of things. Add the delay, add more watts, add the Bluetooth feature. And I think with that will be, well, they have, for the headphone, they have the mini jack, and for auxiliary in, the mini jack as well. They can always use the RCA connectors or 1/4 inch connectors, because sometimes you get those devices with those outputs. Basically that's it. But what I think of it, I love it. I love the look, I love the sound, I love the power, I love the size, the portability, the construction, the quality. I just love it. Okay, I think this is gonna be my favorite acoustic amp for now. When I get the Acoustic 200, I'll double check if that's true. But I think the Acoustic 200 will get short compared to this one. But we'll see when it gets here and I try it out. But if you're looking for an amp that is powerful for your acoustic guitar, so you can gig with it with a full band, this is it. I still need to check the Rosetta from the acoustic amp Rosetta 300 from, forgot the brand right now, but you know which one I mean. That one, there's two amps from that line. One is 2.8-inch and the other is 110, and it's 300 watts. But I heard that the 2.8 has the 300 watts and the 110 has like 200 or 150, and the rest you have to use an external cabinet to output the 300s. I don't know if that's true, but if it isn't, if one amp outputs 300 watts, I will definitely would like to have that one, but I need to check that out. But it's a 10 inch, this one is a 12, so I don't know if 300 watts in a 10 inch speaker is better than 200 watts in a 12 inch speaker. We'll have to check that out. But for now, that I have had a couple of acoustic amp before this one is totally the beast. This one is gonna be my main acoustic guitar amp for my band shows. Okay, so there you have it, Fender Acoustic Pro. So also, so you can hear what it sounds like, because the previous video I was using the line out, so you can hear the quality that it has using the line out. But now let's hear the speaker, and this is just through the cell phone, but you can get an idea how it sounds.